guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be continuing with the Zombie Apocalypse Season 4. It's here. I'm tired. Okay, so just a little thing to say, we're not going to be in this town for long. I was playing it, I recorded, and I was struggling because, this town isn't meant for a zombie apocalypse. So we're going to be moving to Rosewood after this. I'll just, tell you why. And yeah, so right now, as you can see, the kids are alone, and the reason they're alone is because their parents were captured and they were left to die. So what happened was, it was the middle of the night and they had just left, like sunset died. They've been out for a couple of days, and after a while they were camping. I'm not making any sense. So they were camping out in the woods, just randomly camping. They were trying to make sure that they slept that night so they can move in the morning. Well, while the kids were sleeping, they were raided by these men and women who said that, we need the adults to come with us or else we're going to kill everyone here. The adults didn't want the kids to die for their selfish mistakes, so they agreed to go. They thought everyone was just gonna go, except the people said, "Oh, you're gonna come with us, but you're not taking your children with you." So, Sage was the only one that was awake when all of this was happening, and he heard everything. And when he was trying to get out of the tent, Adrian stopped him and told him that he needs to stay there to protect the children. Millie, Julian, and Lee. But even though Lee was a teenager. He argued with his father before his father said, "Just please, this last time, just in case it's the last time you see me, listen to me." So, Sage listened, and he basically watched as they were taken away. The next morning, it was pretty difficult trying to explain to them that they weren't abandoned, but rather their parents were captured. Lev didn't want to believe him. He kept saying they abandoned them and now they're there to die. Sage took, his time trying to calm them down, and eventually he was able to, accept the fact that they weren't abandoned, but rather left to die. So their initial goal was to go and find them and try to save them, but Sage didn't, think that was a smart idea, and in the end, they ended up, going off to find safety. So while they were going, they met up with Elijah and Jaden, who were just wandering, trying to get supplies for their group or themselves, because they're here living alone right now. And they were just trying to fend for themselves when they saw that this group of kids was all alone. And, they invited them back so that they can have a place to stay. And that's where we are now. As for the other group, you guys will see what's happening with them. They're still in late sunset died, which is probably awful for them. They had to stay behind, and that's where they got brought back. So we'll still be in that town for 4 seasons. I know, awful. But hey, what are we gonna do? So right now I'm having Liev, as tired and hungry as he is. He's making some breakfast so that we can have something to do. He has an imaginary friend, because of his schizophrenia, and this is when, they see him talking to himself and they think he's crazy. But the only person that really does understand him is Sage, and him and Sage, as well as him and everyone else, are really, really close, but he has a better relationship with Sage. That's pretty much it. So we're going to continue. I did play, and I had them actually go and raid the houses that were up in the thing to see if they could find anything. Except, with all of Elijah's attempts at stealing, he stole, the most useless things ever. But he got a car. But none of them can drive, so it's still useless. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay, I'm not penalizing him or anything. I just kind of found it funny because, whenever you actually want your sim to steal something really expensive so you can sell it for money, they never do it. But now that I didn't want him to steal all the expensive, useless stuff, that's exactly what he did. So I kind of find that funny. Julian. Oh. Ew. That is disgusting. Did you see all that? Oh. EA. That was overdramatic. You burnt them too? We're gonna have burnt waffles for the rest of our lives. That's what it's starting to seem like. Well, grab a plate, man. I'm gonna wake up Elijah since he's also hungry. He's none of them had dinner yet. And that's another thing, they don't really know how to feed themselves properly. They don't know like what time we eat, and you know they're not being given the food. They have to get the food themselves. So it's gonna be a little struggle when it comes to that types of things. He's so fucking extremely well rested. I guess I'll let him play. I don't know. He's like too well rested. And I'm trying to get him to stop singing to that thing because it's annoying. Let's throw these waffles away. Alright. So they're going to come and eat now. I don't know, Millie's also hungry, so she's coming down. Alright, so brother decided it would be great to interrupt my recording to spout bullshit, basically. Gonna have him clean this up. Okay, Wiggles, I get it. I get it, Wiggles. I do. I honestly get it. You lovely Ave. Stop. Alright. So I'm gonna have him talk to this thing, be friendly to him, and, you know, tell him the story. Tell him basically what's happening. When Liam's in a bad mood, he just talks to Wiggles. That's all he does. He doesn't really do anything else. He just talks to Wiggles. It kind of makes him feel safe in a way. Because he has this, you know, I guess, I don't care. Motherfucker, if you're hungry, go eat. Like, what? Are you effing serious? What just happened to your mom? I'm so confused. I've never been so confused in my life. Why can't they eat these? Why am I wasting these waffles? Yeah, Millie. Yeah. Clean that up. Is she a diva? She is. I knew it. Alright. So, introducing you to the new Sims, since that's probably the first thing. This is Elijah. He's a dramatic. He's a vegetarian, a clumsy, a klepto. His favorite color is apparently seafoam, and he likes autumn salad. And then here's Jaden. He is a loner. He's rebellious and good, which is why he's upstairs sleeping. His favorite color is apparently violet. He likes cheesesteak and dark wave. Yeah. So I will probably, you know, get into their storylines in a second. Let me pull up the things that they sent me to say. For Jaden's backstory, basically, the reason he's with Elijah is because he was nice enough to not leave this kid alone. His family had all just died, and the reason that he's a loner is because he's having, like, really serious issues trusting people, and, you know, Elijah's been trying to get him to warm up to him, but it's been very difficult. Why are you sleeping? Aren't you? Oh, you already ate. Well, you know, you don't have to take naps. He's been having really tough issues trusting people, but if there's anyone in the group he trusts, it's Elijah, because they've been together for a very long time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Why don't you be friendly and ask him to clean up, you know? Yeah. So, I don't know what we're gonna do today. I pretty much only planned to do an introduction. I didn't really plan to do anything else. Yeah. You know what? This is probably horrible, but I'm gonna end this here because I don't know what to do. Next part, we will definitely have something to do. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. So, yeah.